Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So hopefully you've done the in-game update for version 2.9.1, which is the same version we're on. And if you have, then you do have access to this new banner, which is another style T Maiden. So tonight's episode of Should You Summon, we'll talk about the two banners that are available on this update. And don't forget, there are two manifest battles for Radika normal style as well as a Lulu normal style if you have one or both units. Alright, so let's go over the Fateful first. Keep in mind, there's only one Fateful for this particular banner, and just like all other Fatefuls, 0.4% chance for the normal style Myunfa. This one's actually boosted for 0.8% chance for the normal style 5-star, as well as 0.8% for the AS, which is actually really unique. I was expecting it to maybe be split with other units such as Radika or Lulu. That being said, 10% flat chance on the 10th pull. So this one actually has a very, very good chance of getting a Myunfa since it actually, in essence, almost like doubles it since you have two chances to get one form of Myunfa. Of course, with all Fateful encounters, you have the newest units in the banner as well, although at very low chances. You can see that Garen Barrel is there at 0.02. Nakoko, let's go down to make sure we do have Tsukiya, which I imagine we would, right there. That one's even lower, 0.01. That being said, there is a rare chance of getting any of those units that you've missed up to now, but a very high chance, of course, of getting the ones you don't want, such as the Curvos, the 3.5s, the Bots, Rainbow Sisters, and Knights. Alright, now let's look at the regular banner and see what we have here odds-wise. Okay, so the regular banner, which is for free stones as well as paid stones, is a split banner, unfortunately. We do have no upgraded version of Myunfa normal style 4.5 or 5. Note that there is no 4.5 or 5 rated up. However, only the AS version is rated up at 0.8%, and of course Radika 4.5 as well as a Lulu 4.5 are uprated, and their 5 stars are also uprated at 0.8, 0.8, and point. So you know, 3 featured units, all equal chance. So there is an equal chance of getting Fortune or getting one of the others. And being that this is a free banner, not all the newest units are here. You can see we're only up to Melody, so we don't have, I don't know if we have AS Tsubame here. We can take a look here. We do have AS Tsubame, however, no Nakoko, no Tsukiya, and certainly no Garen Barrel. And of course, all the same unfortunate 3.5s and 4s that we don't want. So first of all, in terms of AS Myunfa, she is a much sought after unit. So for those who missed my update notice video yesterday, AS Myunfa is our second Blunt Zone user. However, don't forget that even her normal style can establish Earth Zone and is our first Earth Zone setter. And so if you do get Myunfa AS, you can side grade that to normal style Myunfa, which will have the Earth Zone that so many people are desiring. Anyways, Myunfa AS is a powerhouse. She can do a lot of different things. She'll retain her 4-star moves, which is powered down, and now there's an updated version of this where in any stance, well, not only does it power down, it can give a type resist of all party members up to 25% on the 4-star move. So 20% down power as well as 25% type shield, which is not bad as a 4.5 move. And her 2 AS moves are ridiculous. First of all, you set up with the Tea Kettle Ceremony Carnival. Earth type blunt attack single enemy times 2 XL. Get this, Earth attack boost for all party members plus 30, and any weapon equipped characters damage plus 30, and water resistance of all party members plus 30 for 3 turns. And if you're in Blunt Zone, that's going to be double. So 60% extra earth attack, 60% extra characters damage, and water resist 60%, which is very, very powerful. When it says any weapon, that basically means any unit. So if you're an earth Fist user, you're going to get 60 and 60 for 120 in Blunt Zone, from what I can read here. And so obviously we can power units such as the extremely powerful AS Tsubame, even older units like Serene, Lokido. They will come back in force, and you can really get an Earth Blunt team going with 20 of boosts here with that first unit move. Now, don't forget that she herself can deal out the damage. She has a secondary move, which is a spam move, T God Majesty. It stacks. Each additional stack increases the damage. This is an AoE single attack, so one hit single attack. However, as she stacks through either AF or through multiple turns, it gets more and more powerful. And essentially, when it's in any zone, it also is very powerful. So obviously, she's going to establish Blunt Zone. She's going to deal the damage out as she stacks and does more moves. She does even more damage. And don't forget, this one also guarantees magic and regular crit rate for all party members for one move. So by spamming this, you won't need a crit setter. She will do everything for you. And the fact that this works in any stance, that means she'll be easily at home in Blunt Zone. She could be used as your setter in, say, Earth Zone, once the secondary Earth zone setter comes out. Like you can use AS Tiramisu, obviously AS Chio is going to be coming out. There's a lot of uses for AS Myunfa. Now, not only that, there's more. End of turn. She has an end of turn heal, which is retained from her normal style Myunfa. So she'll have the end of turn heal based on the number of blunt moves done during the turn before. And she also has a turn end barrier that reduces damage for one move up to 30% if you do 4 blunt moves. So pretty crazy. Extra HP heal, extra reduction in damage, and she can deal tons of damage to everyone. So I guess the real question is, should you summon? So first of all, if you are summoning on the Fateful and you don't have any form of Myunfa, this is a must summon in my opinion. The fact that it boosts both normal style as well as AS, even if you get the consolation prize of normal style Myunfa, you can eventually farm the treaty scenes in 3 to 6 months roughly. Or even so, you will have a new Earth Zone setter, and in my opinion works very differently from someone like AS Tiramisu, which is a little bit more offensively geared. Regular normal style Myunfa is a great Earth Zone setter. Can heal, can power down, has a type shield, can guarantee crits for physical attacks. The list goes on and on. So even though she's older, I still think that she's very, very viable. And of course, if you get the AS version, then that is an extreme prize. So if you do have some paid stones and you don't have a Myunfa, I would consider this a top priority to spend 1,000 stones on T Maiden, especially since you only have one chance of getting her. In terms of the free stones one, remember that this is a split banner, and so your expectations need to be, I guess, in check in the fact that 2 out of the 3 prizes, which is the uprated 5-star, 0.8% chance, are going to be units you may not want. Now, before you say you don't absolutely want them, keep this in mind. As much as AS Myunfa is super powerful with the ability to get 2 zones, either through her normal style Earth or her AS style Blunt, don't forget that Alulu can side grade to Alulu AS, which is a slash zone setter, and Radika can side grade into Radika AS, which is a fire zone setter. I think this must be the first banner in the history of Another Eden Global that I can think of, where you have access to 4 zones all at once. Now, I understand that obviously there are some anniversary banners that have, like, for example, all Magic Zone units or something like that, but those are just to use within Magic Zone. This is literally 4 potential zone setting units in one banner. And so if you don't have many of these units, so for example, you only have 1 of the 3, I would consider this a very high priority banner. I wouldn't necessarily say this is any better or worse than, say, the Nokoko and ES Sukiya banner, which is still available. However, you have to definitely consider which one you need more, whether or not you need units from the AST Maiden banner, which is a split banner, might I remind you, versus the sheer power of ES Sukiya with the, dare I say, ultimate support of Nokoko. You can't even say one is necessarily better than the other. It's just that they all have different uses, and one can argue that the ability to get potential prize such as AS Myunfa with 2 zone settings might be even more powerful than someone like the Coco. But I digress. The whole point is, this banner is actually very, very good, and depending on the holes on your team, I would consider this a top priority banner, although I can't convince you that this banner is any better than the last banner that came out a couple of weeks ago. Anyways, hopefully that helps you decide whether or not you should summon on this banner. Let me know in the comments below what you're planning to do. If you're going to do the Fateful, if you're going to summon, some free stones or some paid stones on the split banner, and your plans moving forward from that. As for myself, if you missed what I said yesterday, I do have a form of all 3 units here. I have a 4.5 Radica. I have a AS Alula that I just side graded recently, as well as a 5-star Myunfa that I actually had to upgrade from 4.5 that I hit many moons ago when her banner first came out. So as a free-to-play, I would advise everyone who's a free-to-play to probably grind out the 3DCs as opposed to summon immediately on this banner, being that stones are always in short supply, and as long as you have one version of the units, you all have enough time, hopefully, to grind out the required 3DCs to get her, although that means that you do have to have some delayed gratification. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.